met a little girl with a messy little face.
Hi Capricorn, welcome to January 2015. Happy New Year and happy birthday. And I'm really excited for you and this new year. And I noticed that some of you in the year ahead were unhappy with Saturn, or me telling you about Saturn. I am the messenger. I don't put the planets anywhere. My job is to give you the truth to the best of my ability. No, it's not, fun having Saturn in the 12th, but it's not horrible either. And we can't always be in action mode. We can't always be conquering and achieving. There are times where it's important that we rest, recharge our batteries, we embrace our feminine side, we receive rather than do. And this is one of the messages for all of us in 2015, is to embrace the feminine side and to take really good care of you so that you can continue to climb up that mountain of achievement and goals in life. And I have this on my website, the Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant, a time to reap that which is planted, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up. And that's what astrology shows us. Astrology maps out the energy patterns in motion. Everything is energy. I'm energy, you're energy, and I'm reading the energetic patterns in motion that you're working with. And this is a time for you to begin new things and complete things. Some of you may not be sure whether you're ending or beginning things, and that's okay, because the gears of life are shifting for you in January, and the answers will arrive in the following months. So you'll get the answers. Now, I'm not saying not to move or start a relationship or start a new business. Do what feels right for you. I can only tell you what I see. And from my experience, when Saturn is 12 signs from you, it's a time to stay on the same path you've been on, and it's a time to finish unfinished business so that when he goes into your sign, and it's not that far off, it's, in a couple of years, Saturn will enter a Capricorn, and that is going to be the start of a new 50-year boom cycle in the economy. Because when Pluto and Saturn conjunct, they initiate a new economic boom cycle. So having Saturn in your sign with Pluto at the same time, initiating incredible new beginnings for you, as well as the economies of the world and all of us, speaks well to you, Capricorn. So before you know it, it'll be here and the light will be on you. The spotlight will be on you. Will you be ready? And you may think you're ready right now. Maybe some of you are. Everything moves in cycles. Everything is cyclical. No one is on the top all the time. All of us cycle through, and we live cycles within cycles. So as you go into the new year, you have the Cancer full moon on January 4th in the area of relationships. And this full moon is pulling in the Pluto-Uranus, because the Cancer full moon is at 14 degrees, 31 minutes, Cancer, and the sun is in Capricorn, happy birthday, at 14 degrees, 31 minutes. Pluto is coupled with the sun, opposing the moon, and they're all squaring Uranus. And Uranus is direct now. Uranus is moving forward, and for you, this has to do with what's going on inside of you, how you take care of you, where you live, who you live with, as well as how you're using your personal power to achieve your goals, as well as what's going on in relationships with you. So this is an area that has a lot to do with your own personal growth, as well as who you're partnering with, who you're in relationship with. And that's not just coupled romantic relationship, that's also business partners, colleagues, your public, anyone, your clients, your customers, the people that you are partnering with. So this is a really powerful full moon because Pluto and Uranus are on, and they will make their final exact square in March, on March 17th. That's an important time, and this energy is on. It's on all of December, January, February, March, because as the faster moving planets come through, they keep pulling these two into contact with each other, reinforcing the square. And so it's very intense. And for you, it's about the transformation you've been doing, the ongoing transformation you've been doing, the ongoing changes you've been making, and will continue to make. Now, Mars moves into Pisces on the 12th. And Pisces rules the area of your life that has to do with communication. Now, Neptune is there. And anytime a planet goes into Pisces or Virgo or Gemini, they run right into Saturn, because Saturn is at almost 3 degrees Sagittarius, and so Mars will square Saturn on the 15th. So here's an opportunity for you to look at perhaps how you're limiting yourself, how you're getting in your own way, and what changes you can make so that you are creating the life that you want. And I know some of you, you really are uncomfortable with the unknown. You don't like not knowing where things are going, or you don't like not knowing where, things are. And that's your time to really connect to Source, to connect to your inner being. Go within and connect to the inner being. And you will get the answers inside of you. Or the universe will show you the answers through other people giving you the message. Sometimes when we hear things over and over and over, that's the universe, right? So if I hear someone say something to me, and then someone else says it, and then someone else says it, it's like, wow, okay, the universe wants me to do that, because that's how the universe will work. They'll keep sending messengers to you until you hear it. So there's very important messages coming to you at this time and in the following months of this year that will allow you to see where things are going. But have trust and faith that everything's going to work out, and that it will work out in your favor. Then Mars will conjunct Neptune on the 19th, and that's a really weird energy, because Mars is the warrior planet. Mars is all about action and desire. And when you take a very fiery planet and you put it in such a feminine water sign, it is a message from the universe to embrace the softer side, to embrace your feminine side. Women are feminine on the outside, masculine on the inside. Men are masculine on the outside and feminine on the inside. This is Jungian psychology. And so we're all both. We're all androgynous. And we live in a world that's all about the male conquering, achieving, right? And that's not possible to always conquer and achieve. Everything is cyclical. As Ecclesiastes say, there's a time to build, there's a time to break down, there's a time to plant, there's a time to reap. So we can't always be conquering and achieving. And so we want to raise up the feminine. If we were raising up the feminine in the world, there'd be no war and we'd already be in the golden age. The feminine is the intuitive. It's the spiritual. It's the receiving. It's the part of us that meditates and allows the stream of life to flow. And so this is an opportunity to embrace that side of you, especially in the area of your thought patterns, your habit patterns, your style of listening, your style of speaking. It's time to spiritualize even just the practical side of life for you. You're in a very deeply spiritual cycle. And so when you embrace that patient side of you that says, you know what, I don't have to know everything. I can wait. I can wait. I can watch. I can observe. I can listen. I don't always have to be doing. You don't. And so that's one of the messages here for you with this Piscean energies, and of course with Saturn 12 signs from you in the 12th house. Now, when Mars crosses Saturn, we know our boundaries. When Mars crosses Neptune, we lose all boundaries. And Neptune is actually stronger than Saturn right now because Neptune is in its own sign. Saturn rules Capricorn. Neptune rules Pisces, and Neptune is in Pisces. Saturn's in Sagittarius. So there's boundaries being blurred, and this is where you can feel uncomfortable because you don't know where things are going, and that's where the universe is saying, it's okay. Just take your time, don't be in a hurry, and know that everything is happening in divine timing. You know, it's not just your astrology, especially if you want to, you know, get with someone else or you want a new job or, you know, there's their astrology. There's the company's astrology. And you have to wait on others for that. So the divine timing comes into place when both charts line up. So with Mars and Neptune hooking up on the 19th, it'll get a little wiggy because Neptune bends reality. Saturn says, I'm Kelley, you're you. Neptune says, no, you're not, you're all one. Very strange. So with Mars, he doesn't like it either. Mars is going, wait a minute, you know, I'm a warrior planet, but I don't feel like fighting anything right now. I just feel like chilling out, meditating. You know, maybe I'll drink a little too much, you know, because he's in Pisces. And you got to keep a sense of humor. And so on the 19th, don't make any major decisions. You know, I would just like wait, you know, and that's embracing the feminine side because the feminine waits. The feminine does not take action. The feminine receives. It's the alpha that takes action. And so if you're unsure around the 19th, it'll pass. It's just this Mars-Neptune stuff. Now, the next day, the sun enters Aquarius on the 20th. The 19th is going to be an interesting day for you because the moon is in Capricorn on that day as well. And that will be bringing in the Pluto-Uranus. So if something's not working, let it go. Okay? The moon will show you that. Now, you'll be strong because the moon's in your sign. But with the Mars-Neptune, that's such a weird energy. See, Neptune bends reality. It moves things, you know, so like you put your coffee cup down and then you come back and the cup's gone and you didn't move it. And you're like, okay, what's going on? So you don't know what's going on. And that's all right. That's where you have to trust and have faith in your higher power that you will figure it out and that you're always connected to Source. It's just a matter of listening and hearing correctly, hearing the answers. Then the sun enters Aquarius the next day, followed by the moon entering Aquarius, and we have our first supermoon of the year. This is a wonderful moon. There's no challenging aspects, and your ruling planet, Saturn, is sextiling it, pouring positive energy into you. So this is a new start in money for you, and it's in harmony with your ruling planet, which bodes very well for you in January and the year ahead. This is the first new moon in 2015, and it's a supermoon, and it's in harmony with Saturn. The only planet aspecting this new moon is Saturn, and Saturn is empowering it. So Saturn is saying the resources will be there for you, Capricorn, and it is an opportunity to begin something new. Now, what's strange is, there isn't enough strange going on with the Mars and Pisces, Mercury goes retrograde the next day. So we get this fabulous new moon that says, begin something new. It's a new start in your resources. It's a new start in your talents and abilities. And it's in harmony with your ruling planet. That's fantastic for you, Capricorn. Very good news. Mercury retrogrades. Mercury retrogrades between 10 and 11 weeks out of the year. And we can't stop that, right? Just like we can't stop where Saturn is. We can't stop, where the planets are moving or retrograding. So, yes, this is a good time to start something new. However, when Mercury is retrograde, the devil's in the details. So you have to pay attention to the fine print. You have to pay attention to the underlying meanings of things. And it is best to start a job after Mercury goes direct or new business. And that will be February 11th, he goes direct, so I say February 12th to begin. But if you get a new job opportunity and you want to take it, go for it. Or there's some sort of financial benefit that's coming in for you. I would just really pay attention to the fine print. Venus is there and has been there since the 3rd, which is good for you and favorable for you in regards to your money. And this new moon is very favorable for you. And it's a new start. So you're feeling a new start. That's why you're unsure, like, is this a new beginning or am I completing? What am I doing? Am I going forward? Where am I going? You got to write it out. And as you move further into the year, the answers will be made known to you. But this is a wonderful energy to increase your prosperity. So money's looking good here for Capricorn. Then Venus enters Pisces on the 27th. And then the Sun will conjunct Mercury on the 30th. Pay attention to important messages coming to you, especially at the Cancer full moon. And that will be in regards to your relationships. And as well as the end of the month and at the Aquarius new moon. And, at the end of the month, pay attention to synchronicities, pay attention to messages. This is a really good month for you to, meditate and listen, connect to source, connect to your inner being. Be patient. There's a wonderful new start here for you in regards to your resources, your inner resources, your outer resources, your talents, gifts, and abilities, your investments. And that's on all year. This is the start of it. And that'll really kick in when Mercury goes direct. But it looks really good for income. And even having Mercury hang out there is good for you to increase your income. So when I look at it for January, there's a strong energy going on in relationships. It's an opportunity to really connect with your partner and see where he or she is at, where you're at, what the relationship needs. Because we always have to be working on relationship, even if we've been with someone a long time. Money looks good going in here in January. It's really strong for you and exciting. It's a very spiritual time, and it is time to, embrace that softer side, that receptive side, so that you are balanced in your male and female energy, doing, receiving. And health looks good. I'm not seeing any challenges there. It really is time for you to collect yourself and gather yourself and see what opportunities are opening up for you, but not be in a hurry so that you're making really good choices for yourself. Yeah, I like it. So, for some of you, if you don't know where things are going, be patient. You will get the answers as the months proceed, as we move forward into 2015. And don't resist what's happening. It's resistance that creates the struggle. So if you don't like something that's going on, if you're resisting it, then you're going to struggle with it. If you flow with it, then you're just going to move forward. So let go and go with the flow. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, favoring, and sharing, and Google Plus in my podcast, Capricorn. You're very awesome. Thank you for subscribing. You totally rock. And if you would like for me to take a detailed look at your personal astrology in 2015, it's very easy. You go to my link below in the Show More section. You go to my astrology service page. You purchase your session. Upon checkout, you get the link to my schedule, and you get scheduled. Or if you're interested in coaching, you want to look at some new ideas that you have around business, around career, or any project that you have, it's very easy. You go to my coaching page, you purchase your session. Upon checkout, you get the link to my schedule, you get scheduled, and we're off and running, rocking and rolling. So until next time, Capricorn, be patient. It's a good time, and the answers are arriving, and the answers will be coming, and you will know. Prosperity is on the increase. Who cares if the sky cares to fall in the sea? Who cares what banks fell at Yonkers? As long as you've got the kiss that conquers, why should I care? My life is one long jubilee, as long as I care for you and you care for me.
Beyond her years, she took away